Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeff grantMEDIA. In today's real user review, we are going to take a look at the Rose Anvil Togo Wallet. Now, Rose Anvil did send me these as samples for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Rose Anvil prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there are affiliate links in the description box down below. If you're considering buying either of these wallets or any other product from Rose Anvil, please consider using those links. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do earn a small commission from those sales. Now the money goes back into the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Okay, so I have two of the same wallet, and that is because when I had asked them, I said I'm doing the Indigo Invitational. I wanted to, do updates and a fade journey along the way with a wallet as well. I think either your Bloodcore, which is pretty awesome, I've been wanting to check out this leather for a while now, or your Veg Tan would be good options to really show fade and wear and what these wallets are going to age and turn into. So the Bloodcore, as it gets nicked up, you're going to see some of that blood coming through. And the Veg Tan, as it gets worn, you're going to see some like crocking and a lot of darkening of the leather. Now, they said, that's a great idea. We're going to send you both. So my plan with this, there's going to be a continued ongoing reviews of each of these wallets. I've right now used each of these for about 2 weeks. We are probably a little bit more at this point, probably closer to 3 weeks. I think we're close to 50 days into the Indigo Invitational at this point. So I've used each of these for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I swapped it out for the other one. I started with the Bloodcore, because that's the one Miss Hazel Fantastic chose, and I'm currently using the Veg Tan. And now I still have all of my stuff in here. There's all my credit cards, my ID, my debit card. I think there's some cash in there. So this is what it looks like when it actually has all of my stuff in it. It's pretty thin. Now this one has, the Bloodcore one, I put a few things in, some cards just to fill it out. And I will be putting these also in here because I'm not going to open it up yet and I don't want you to dox me, but this is what it would look like completely full. So this is how it's going to sit in my pocket. I don't carry a ton, but I probably carry a little bit more than most. And I would say this is a pretty good representation of how I do it. The only thing that's not in here is there's some cash. I've been keeping my cash on this side. So let's dig on in and see what the wear is looking like. Okay, so we will start with the Bloodcore. So we don't really have a lot of scratching or nicking yet on the body, but you can see along the edge, it is already starting to come out. There's a little bit of red when I first got it, but we're getting a little bit of nicking from it hitting my pocket knife in my back pocket. But we got a lot of creasing, which is kind of nice. I kind of really like it. This is kind of just showing the wear of me wearing it. Now I do carry these in my back right pocket, so this is always in my back right pocket, right next to my pocket knife. So the inside looks pretty much new because it's only kind of rubbing against itself. But the outside, you are seeing there's a lot of creasing going on. If you kind of see here, you can see there's like 2 wears put into the leather. There's a smaller one. That's going to be the registration for my scooter. And I think one of my cards is just a piece of paper. So it's folded probably about the same shape. And then behind that, there's a bigger one. And that's going to be the imprintation from the credit cards, probably both the ones that are in here and the corporate card that I ended up keeping in here as well. So that's kind of pressing into the back of the leather. Now if we flip it over, this is another outline here. You can see that's going to be my cash. You can kind of see a vague one here, which is probably going to actually be the seam of the inside of the wallet. So even after like 2 or 3 weeks of wear with this, it's really breaking in and wearing in nicely. You're really starting to see everything I carry in there. So that's how you really personalize these things. Now, as I continue to wear and use this, it does rub up against my pocket knife that I keep in my back pocket. So see, it's usually sitting like this. So I don't really pay attention to which direction I stick it in my pocket. So it's either rubbing on my pocket knife like this or rubbing on my pocket knife like this. So it does rub against the spine of my knife when it's in my pocket. And I think over time, that's really going to start to nick up at least this side, and you're really going to start to see some of that blood coming through. And then as it wears more, you're really going to get to see nicks on the actual wallet, and you're really going to see a lot of that blood. Because if you look close, I mean, it's not, well, it's focusing on me. It doesn't want to focus on it. I guess if I turn it sideways too, it's hard to see the black on black, but you can see some of the blood coming through on the seams. And I'm just stoked to get some of that coming through on the rest of the wallet. So again, we will be using this throughout the next year. We'll be swapping back and forth. And because I was just using the Veg Tan, we are going to switch into the black Bloodcore after we finish this review. And we're going to go do, now I'm going to do like monthly. So I'll do a month in this, and then I'll do a month in this, then I'll do a month in this. I'm going to swap back and forth for the remainder of the year. We still have, we're into the 2nd month, so we still have 9.5 months of, 10.5 months of time means nothing anymore, of Indigo Invitational. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna continue to use these wallets past that, but that's gonna be my long-term test to see how these things wear and fade. So let's switch into the veg tan. And here we go. And to be honest, to start, I thought we were going to have a lot more crocking from my selvage denim jeans. We do have a little bit going on here, but really not nearly as much crocking as I had anticipated. It did darken up quite a bit if you want to flip it open. And one thing I did just notice as I was switching it out, you can kind of see here, there's this rub. And I'm guessing it's probably from being in my pocket and it probably rubbing against itself. And you can really see it in the veg tan. It is actually there as well on the Bloodcore. It's harder to see, which is why I didn't notice it, and it's not as bad. It's a lot more minimal on the Bloodcore, but you can really see it on the veg tan. So that, again, you can see it a little on this side too. So I'm guessing it was from a little bit of that, the wallet shifting like this when it's in my pocket, rubbing against itself. So that's kind of cool, but you can really see the original color. I guess we probably want to look up here to see the original color, because that was blocked by one of these little cards. So you see the original color with what it's actually kind of turning into with wear, and then the back, the outside is pretty close, I think, to this on the inside. So we are getting quite a bit of wear. Now, while this doesn't have as much indigo crocking on as I had thought it would at this point, because these jeans are still, they're not even 2 months old, they haven't been washed yet, I've only done one soak in them, I really thought I'd have a lot more crocking, but I'm really liking the wear that I'm getting on it. It's darkening up nicely. Again, you can kind of see the imprintation of all of the cards that I'm carrying inside this. And I have the same set up the same way, and this you can see I actually left the cash in there. So you can see I stick the cash on that side, and then I would stick my corporate card and my medical card and a little bit of paperwork on this side. Then it would be like ID, debit card, credit card, and backup credit card. So how do they fit and feel in the pocket? Well, I wear these in my back right pocket, as I said, directly next to my pocket knife, and they're fine. I came from using a wallet that was slightly slimmer and a little bit smaller, so this isn't that much bigger than a footprint of what I was using, so I didn't even notice it. Now, you can use this as a front pocket carry. I don't remember offhand if the description calls these a front pocket carry, but I do know the other wallet I was using prior to this was a front pocket carry, or is a front pocket carry, and I carry it in my back pocket. I'm not comfortable carrying my wallet in my front pocket. I always kept it in my back right pocket, so that's where I'm comfortable carrying it. I will switch it when I'm like in the city, like next weekend I'll be going to New York City for the marathon, so I will be carrying my wallet in my front pocket in the city, but other than that, on the daily, it goes in my back right pocket. That's just where I'm comfortable wearing it. And again, it rubs up against the spine of my pocket knife, depending upon which direction it goes in my wallet. I don't pay attention to how I'm sticking it in there. I just stick it in there so either side will end up running against the spine. And you can see on the veg tan a little bit better here. There's a little darkening here. So that's probably where it's mostly rubbing on the knife in my back pocket. So the Bloodcore is probably also having the same or similar amount of wear. It's just harder to see on the black because it didn't scratch through the leather where the blood's coming through, but on the veg tan, it's giving you a little darkening spot. Now the Togo wallet comes in at $95 USD for the tan version, the light brown version, the medium brown version, the dark brown version, and the plain black version. And then the Bloodcore wallet comes in at $105 USD. They feature 4 card pockets, 2 hidden card cash pockets. They're all made from premium American tanned full grain leather from Wickett & Craig. They are all hand stitched with Ritza thread. They are 3 to 4 ounces of leather, and these are all handmade in Utah, US of A. And to be honest, I'm a big fan. I really like them. I can't say which one I like over the other. They are both the exact same, both design, but both of them are aging and they're wearing well, and I'm liking where they're going. So yeah, very stoked to get to test these out. I've actually really been interested in seeing something from the Bloodcore line for a while. I really want to get this one a little scratched up. I'm not going to intentionally scratch it up, but I do want to see what it's going to look like when it gets a little scratched up. But you know, after only 2-3 weeks of wear on each of these, I think they're looking pretty good. They're already starting to take on some nice patina. They're really personalized. You can see how I wear them, how I sit on them and everything. And right there, you can see that little wear marks from just probably the way it's rubbing against itself inside my pocket as I'm walking, moving. So pretty impressed with both the quality of these and the way that they're handling. They're very convenient to use. You just pop them on open. I can easily access anything I need. I can get to my other cards. I can get to my cash. It's very easy to use. So yeah, so far, both have been wearing and using it nicely. It has been a very enjoyable wallet using experience. I can't say which leather I like over the other thus far, but I think by the end of all this, I'll probably have a preference to which one I like. But both, again, taking on some nice patina after only a short time of wear. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video, like the full real user review after 1 full year of use with these wallets. Thank you, and good night.